Shalom. Shalom, Yosharala. Before this starts, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem, Rakakwadash. Double honors to the apostles of Great Millstone, who rule well and teach well, the 100% truth of the Bible. And a sincere shalom to all the Akim pushing out this truth and sincerity. Shalom to the elect out there. Today I want to go over Job 12. Job 13, Salakia. I want to go over a quick read in the King James Version and then go over to the New Living Translation. So, starting off, lo, mine eye hath seen all this, mine ear hath heard and understood it. What ye know, the same do I also know. I am not inferior unto you. Surely I would speak to the Almighty, and I desire to reason with thy power. But ye are foreigners of lies. Ye are all physicians of no value. Oh, that ye would altogether hold your peace, and it should be your wisdom. Hear now my reasoning, and hearken unto the pleadings of my lips. Will ye speak wickedly for thy power, and talk deceitfully for him? Will ye accept his person? Will ye contend for thy power? Is it good that Is it good that he should search you? Is it good that he should search you out? Or as one man mocketh another, do ye so mock him? He will surely reprove you, if ye do secretly accept persons. Shall not his excellency make you afraid, and his dread fall upon you? Your remembrances are like your remembrances are like unto ashes, your bodies to bodies of clay. Hold your peace, let me alone, that I may speak, and let come on me what will. Moreover, do I take my flesh in my teeth, and put my life in thy hand. Though he may slay me, yet I will trust in him, but I will maintain mine own ways before him. He also shall be my salvation, for the hypocrite shall not come before him. Hear diligently my speech, and declarations with your ears. Behold, now I have ordered my cause. I know that I shall be justified. Who is he that will plead with me? For now, if I hold my tongue, I shall give up the ghost. Only do not two things unto me, then I will not hide myself from thee. Withdraw thine hand far from me, and let not thy dread make me afraid. Then call thou, and I will answer, or let me speak, and answer through me. Answer thou me. How many are mine iniquities and sins? Make me to know my transgression and my sin. Wherefore hidest thou face, and holdest me for thine enemy? Wilt thou break a leaf driven to and fro, and wilt thou pursue the dry stubble? For thou writest bitter things against me, and makest me to possess the iniquities of my youth. Thou puttest my feet also in the stocks, and lookest narrowly unto all my paths. Thou settest a print upon thy heels of my feet, and he as rotten thing consumeth, and as a garment that is moth-eaten. It's like here. And this whole chapter came to, a part of this chapter came to mind, and then upon reading the whole thing, I wanted to bring this out, given this brother right here, the vision of death angel. He putting out his testimony of a vision that he saw of he was in a room with all the Israelites and all the Israelite camps. Everybody knew they were all Israelites, right? And an angel of death comes through and starts, murking all these brothers and whatnot from all camps, from GMS, from Sakari, from all the camps. Everybody who knew they were Israelites and whatnot. And this was the beautiful thing about it, He's talking about how those who are not the marked were going to go ahead and get whacked from the angel of death. And then he would, after which like he was seeing the POV through the angel, so he was watching all this happen from all the brothers and just getting completely obliterated by this angel of death. And then after which he would see Yahushua, or what he perceived to be Yahushua, that he couldn't actually see, but he just, that presence was on him as if he was Yahushua. And it was beautiful seeing that, because this verse right here, actually, I'll start off in the NLT. Look, I have seen all this with my own eyes, and I heard it with my own ears, and now I understand. I know as much as you do. You are no better than I am. As for me, I would speak directly to the Almighty. I want to argue my case with God himself. As for you, you smear me with lies. As physicians, you are worthless quacks. If only you could be silent. That's the wisest thing you could do. Listen to my charge and pay attention to my arguments. Are you defending God with lies? Do you make your dishonest arguments for his sake? Will you slant your testimony in his favor? Will you argue God's case for him? What will happen when he finds out what you're doing? Can you fool him as easily as you fool people? No, you will be in trouble with him if you secretly slant your testimony in his favor. Doesn't his majesty terrify you? Doesn't your fear of him overwhelm you? Your platitudes are as valuable as ashes. Your defense is as fragile as a clay pot. Be silent now and leave me alone. Let me speak, and I will face the consequences. And this is the mindset of those brothers who are going to be the ones that will receive the mark, that will cry out unto the nations, and from that testimony that he brought out, that was what I was thinking. Like, okay, those are all the Israelites that know that they're Israelites, but they could also be like from all these other camps, unless they're doing the right work, the Lord's work, because some men in GMS got messed up and some men in other camps got saved, and it's about who's doing the Lord's will, and I'm seeing this from the perspective of Israelite versus Israelite talking to each other, saying, hey, are you doing the work that you need to be doing in the Lord's name? Are you doing it to favor yourself, or are you actually doing what the Lord told you to? You can fool the brothers and whatnot, but can you fool him? No, and that's just what came out to me. But going further, yeah, your platitudes are as valuable as ashes. And platitudes, that's heavy, because platitudes, if you go into the definition, it's a remark or statement, especially one with moral content, that has been used too often to be interesting or thoughtful. And an example is everything will work out in the end. So it's one of those, like, forgive me my language, that same shit, different day kind of responses. Like you say the same crap all the time, but it's not anything of actual value. Like, it's not what the Lord is saying. It's just what you want to put out there. So your platitudes are as valuable as ashes. Your defense is as fragile as a clay pot. Like, in that time, there was another brother that showed his testimony of a dream that he had. The New York brother, not Amon Gabar, but it was another brother that was talking about the apostle elders at this spot where they would approve the men of the Lord, and some brothers just didn't make it, and I think that's what the title of the video was some brothers just won't make it, and they would be out here pleading their case with scriptures and whatnot, but they wouldn't be actually following the actual commandments of the Lord. And that angel of death, is coming through and whacking them all out in front of everybody. But when it comes to the men of the Lord, it stops and bounces to somebody else and just keeps tearing them up until it's just the men who are marked, And this is the crazy part right here. Be silent now and leave me alone. Let me speak, and I will face the consequences. Yes, I will take my life in my hands and say what I really think. God might kill me, but I have no other hope. I am going to argue my case with him. But this is what will save me. I am not godless. If I were, I could not stand before him. That's the men of the Lord. That's the marked ones. Those are the ones that are doing the work. Those are the ones that are willing to be killed in this flesh after, Jacob's trouble, after Yahushua comes back, because he was also talking about receiving crowns in that time, gathering everybody, and then whacking off the ones that knew they were Israelites that still were messing up and whatnot, and then crowning those that were marked, the 144,000, the elect. It's like, yeah. In verse 16, but this is what saved me. I am not godless. If I were, I could not stand before him. Listen closely to what I'm about to say. Hear me out. I have prepared my case. I will be proven innocent. Who can argue with me over this? And if you prove me wrong, I will remain silent and die. Oh God, grant me these two things, and then I will be able to face you. Remove your heavy hand from me, and don't terrify me with your awesome presence. Now summon me, and I will answer. Let me speak to you and reply. Tell me what I have done wrong. Show me my rebellion and sin. Why do you turn away from me? Why do you treat me as your enemy? Would you terrify a leaf blown by the wind? Would you chase a dry straw? You write bitter accusations against me and bring up all thy sins of youth. You put feet in my stocks. You examine all my paths. You trace all my footprints. I waste away like rotting wood, like a moth-eaten coat, That part is, I'm feeling like that's that's those that are not having that hedge, that hedge of protection. But that's where we're trying to beg the Lord, remove your heavy hand from me. Don't terrify me. Let me do the work. Let me get out of this. Actually, the best way to combat it is with the scriptures right here. Not Isaiah. This is Psalms 51. Having this mindset right here. This is when, as verse 1 describes it, a psalm of David regarding the time Nathan the prophet came to him after David committed adultery with Bathsheba. And David said she kept looking at Bathsheba while she was bathing, and he began to commit adultery with her in his mind, in his heart. Being his mind. And he sent her husband to war knowing that he would die, on the front lines and whatnot, so that he could have her, which is adultery. And this was where his mind was at in that time. And this mindset of how corrective we need to be in the spirit in order to really push to be in this truth, The ones that are receiving that mark, this is how their thoughts are going to be when they do fall short. Which is starting, have mercy on me, oh God. I'm going to start it in the NLT. Because of your unfailing love, because of your great compassion, blot out the stain of my sins. Wash me clean from my guilt. Purify me from my sin. For I recognize my rebellion. It haunts me day and night. Against you and you alone I have sinned. And just like that other verse was talking about, all right, so I got it now. Job 12, which was 15. Oh, no, it was 13. Slakia. I'm over here I thought I found it. Yeah, verse 15 right here where it says, God might kill me, but I have no other hope. No other hope. There is no other gods, So he's like, no, this is my only hope right here. So as Slakia. It's the two apps that are getting me to mess up. Yeah. Slovakia. Oh, that's why it's Isaiah. I'm over here what? Psalms 51. Slovakia. I got excited. I didn't read which one it was. There it is. Where he says, it's like, yeah. Yeah, against you and you alone I have sinned. Salakia. I have done what is evil in your sight. You will be proved right in what you say, and your judgment against me is just. You know? And that's the mindset that the marked ones will have. The 144,000. Like, they recognize their sin, and they do everything they can to offend not, and just move they move accordingly to the Lord's will. They don't do anything else their own way. They want to do it the way that the Lord tells them to do it. You know, they recognize their afflictions and their iniquities in their spirit, and they come with the contrite spirit. And then you jump down, right here in verse 9. Hide thy face from my sins and blot out all mine iniquities. Create in me a clean heart, O God, and renew a right spirit within me. Cast me not away from thy presence, and take not thy Holy Spirit from me. Restore unto me the joy of thy salvation, and uphold me with thy free spirit. Then I will teach transgressors my ways, and sinners shall be converted unto thee. You know, that's what it's all about, being in this truth. That's the whole purpose of being in this. Recognizing where you went wrong. The whole purpose of Yahushua having to bear his cross, and understanding you now have to bear your cross, and then just hearkening on to that and staying focused and driving it all the way through, keeping it simple to what the Lord said, not doing nothing else. And that's the marking of the men of the Lord. You know, only those are going to be saved. And that's what he was bringing out earlier. I believe it was Jeremiah 23. Let me go a couple scriptures in there. Yeah, Jeremiah 23 verse 1. Woe be unto the pastors that destroy and scatter the sheep of my pasture, saith Yahweh. Therefore, thus saith Yahweh, thy power of Israel, against the pastors that feed my people. Ye have scattered my flock and driven them away, those that are not, teaching sound doctrine. And I have not visited them. Behold, I will visit upon you the evil of your doings, saith Yahweh. Just like that dream, that vision that the brother was speaking about. And I will gather the remnant of my flock out of all countries whither I have driven them, and I will bring them again to their folds, and they shall be fruitful and increase. And that's, that's pretty plain and simple as he's speaking out now. And I will set up shepherds over them, which shall feed them, and they shall fear no more, nor be dismayed, neither shall they be lacking, saith the Lord. That's the angel of death going out and thinning that herd. All the ones that don't belong in there. Only the ones that belong are the only ones that are going to remain. Yeah, behold, the days come, saith Yahweh, that I will raise unto David a righteous branch. King, and a king shall reign and prosper and execute judgment and justice in the earth. And that's talking about, the lineage of David, 12 tribes of Israel. Yahushua is going to be that king to rule over all of them and bring that judgment across the earth. In his day, Judah shall be saved, and Israel shall dwell safely. And this is his name, where hereby he shall be called the Lord of our righteousness. And that's Yahushua HaMashiach, But, I just wanted to go through this real quick. That's what I got out of that video, and I hope this was edifying to the elect. Shalom, Yasharallah. My name is Bayanash. Again, hopefully this was edifying, and Lord willing, I see you up in them chariots. Shalom.